Hello guys, Tungild here, continuing with last week drag and drop tutorial. Just gonna quickly show you if you remember this. Oops. So I've done a tutorial about this last week, so today I'm gonna continue. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna put a time, so we get a timer countdown so that we complete the puzzle in a certain amount of time, or if we don't continue the puzzle, it's going to take us to a screen that says sorry, you failed. Or if we do manage to complete it in time, we get another screen that says we have passed. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So we're going to create 2 more frames for our screens. Just highlight that, and then you can either press F5 or right click, insert blank frames. We're going to create the 3rd frames, right click, create blank insert blank frames. So we need to give each of these screens a frame label. So on your top right, this one is going to be our past, and the last one is going to be game over. So I'm just going to put end. Right, so on the 2nd frame, we're just gonna I'll just unlock that. We're just gonna type in here, you pass. Need a green color, just make it a bit larger. Oops, just make it a bit larger. And what we need now is a button, so that users can click on the button to play the game again. If and I'm just gonna create a button that says again. Just keep it simple and change the color to white because it's going to be on top of this green button. Just highlight the button. You can either go and modify, convert to symbol, or you can press F8. You're going to give that button a name called BTN1. It's going to be a button type. Registration point, keep it in the middle and press OK. So now we've got our button. Double click the button, and we're going to create a hover effect, so you can press F6, and we're going to change a color for the button, just to blue. That would do, so that when we hover, it changes the color. And we need to do one for end screen, the game over. So you can just copy that. Don't copy everything, just copy the text that says you've passed, and come up here, so you can go file, paste in place, or Control Shift V to paste in the same place, so we can keep that consistency. So just need to change this to sorry, you failed. So just going to highlight that and change the color to a red. Right, so I've got that. Now we need to do the same button, because we can't copy this button. We end up having problems. So what we need to do, we can't copy the symbol, we just need the non-converted one. So just double click and go inside and just copy that, which is the non-converted button, and just go back to scene 1, go to the last frame, Control Shift V. Oh, that doesn't work. So just need to just keep that the same. You can change the color to a red. So I think the hover effect, just going to keep it the same. So we need to change this to so we need to convert this to a symbol. So highlight it, modify, convert to symbol, or F8. I'm not sure about the commands on a Mac. I don't use that often. So this is going to be a btn2. It's going to be button, registration port in the middle, and press OK. So I've already created one. So if you haven't created one, so that's how you do it. So because I've already had one, so I can just drag it and drop it. Yeah, could just change that because I've already created one before. So just need to give that an instance name. So this was our btn2. Just keep it the same as the name. So second frame, make sure you select the button only and give it a name of instance name of btn1. So I think that's us set up the screens we need. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna add the time, our countdown timer, and it's gonna be a variable. So we're gonna store a certain amount of time using a variable. So again, a variable is a store, so it needs just to store an information. So basically in programming you can get another variable called a constant, which is a different type of variable, and we're going to be using var in Flash. So var for variable, so we're going to create a variable called time underscore amount. So it's going to be an integer. So an integer is a whole number. So we're going to give it maybe about 30 seconds. You can put the amount of time you want. So 30 seconds. So that's our variable. So what we need to do now, press T or click on the T. I have my, so just need to just above screen create a layer called time. Just on the first frame on that layer. On the first frame on that layer, we need to press T just above there, and then create a text box. Just create a text box just above there, and it's going to be a classic text, dynamic. I always find it easier to work with classic text. And so our instance name is going to be time underscore tst. Let's keep it simple. Time text. Just going to keep it simple. That's our text box. Back to the time layer. On time layer, just on the second frame, and hold down shift and click on the last frame. Right click, remove frames, because we want this text box to appear only on the first frame. Now back to our actions. So we're gonna continue with the variable we created. So our instance name for the text box was time underscore txt. It's a text, so that's information we're using. It's a text. It's gonna be equals to it's a text of string, and open and close parentheses time underscore amount, which is our variable. Yeah, so you can close that. So down here we need to create our function. So our function is going to be called countdown. Our function is going to be called countdown. Open and close parentheses, hit return, open and close curly bracket, hit return a couple of times. And so this function here we need to create it. So this function is for every 1000 milliseconds, you're gonna take out one second from 30 seconds. So time underscore amount, right? it's gonna be minus equals 1. So it's gonna take out 1 second from 30 seconds every 1000 milliseconds. Right, so time underscore txt, which is our instance name for the text box above, it's a dot, it's a string of text, so equals string open and close parentheses time underscore, oops, sorry, spelling's bad today, underscore amount. And just gonna close that. And so now we need to create an if statement. So an if is a decision making operator. So basically here, just open and close parentheses just right after if. So time amount, which is our variable, it's gonna be equals to 0. So we use a double equals to to get more precise, to be more accurate. So basically, when the time hits 0, because we're going to be taking out 1 second minus 1 second every 30 for minus 1 second every 1000 milliseconds from the 30 seconds. So once this time amount hits 0, right? Once that amount hits here 0, we want to go to and we want to go to and play the screen called, we labeled it end. We want to go to and play a screen labeled end, right?